Gmail has some pretty easy ways that can help you work efficiently and help kind of make your workflow a little bit easier and keep track of different dates and things that you have to do. And they both work if you just go into Mail. The first one, I'm going to skip the email that I sent to myself, and I'm going to go over to the top left-hand corner where you have the Pensbury P, and I'm going to click on the down arrow next to Mail, and that's where I can get the contacts and now tasks. So if you are a list maker, I'm a big list maker and I like crossing things off my list when I have things to do. I can come over to tasks and then it'll pop open in the bottom right hand corner. And this is where I can make just basically a ton of lists, and I can organize and kind of make it an outline format. So if I know I need to make videos, so then I know what videos I want to make. I have to make a slides video. I have to make a forms video. And what I can do now is, since this is all part of basically an outline, I can come down to the actions button, and from here I can indent these, because I always take things as outlined basically format and notes and make my list all this way. I can do this. And if I know that the forms one is a little bit more important, I can click over to the left and I can drag those things up. And what I can do is I can just leave this in the bottom right hand corner of my Gmail window, and anytime I want to check out my list, I can come back over here. And once I make the forms video, if I click on the little checkbox, it will cross it off that list for me. And that's just kind of like the "yeah, you did it" type of thing, where if you want it to disappear entirely, if you highlight it and click on it, you can then just delete that entire list. You can always click down the plus button to make new stuff. You can also just do that by clicking in the boxes and then clicking and dragging them all over the place. So this might be one way that you might be able to help make yourself lists, help be able to keep track of some of the things that you're going to be using. We're also going to take a look at Google Keep, which is a little bit more advanced way, or I should probably say a lot more advanced way of list keeping, because Google Keep is also shareable. So that way you can have a collaborative list. This is really just for you. And I'm going to close this. The other really cool workflow thing that happens in in Gmail, which then syncs to your Google Calendar, is if you get an email that says, I'm going to turn off the translator, we have a meeting on 2/21 at 3. And you'll notice that if I hover over this, there's a little bit lined underneath of it, and it says add calendar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that, and it brings up a little bit of an editor that'll tell me what I have on my calendar for that day. It'll then give me, is this the date that you wanted? And if it's not, I can actually move that right from here. I can title this event if I would like to. It's just going to pretty much go with the title of the email if it's not readily available in the text of the email. And then it said 3 a.m., 3 p.m., it guessed 3 p.m. You can then change the time from here too. And then all I have to do is click add to calendar. I never actually had to go to my calendar. All I had to do was just hover over the date and the time in my calendar, and it automatically added it to it. And I can check that by coming over to my apps button and my calendar. And then for tomorrow, my event has been added onto there. And then I can go ahead and I can delete that email, and my easily added a event to my calendar without actually having to go there and add an event to it.